Hey, Manny here, and welcome to another Layman's Boss Guide. Today we're looking at the Butcher, a big-ass ogre with a heart of gold who'll probably leave you alone as long as you don't kill his prized Oh, God. How could you do that? Look at him. See what you did? You monster. That's right. That's you right there. That's you monster. Anyway, now that you pissed him off and you can actually do the fight, here's how it goes. Piggy Porker here likes to rough up your tank, so let's go over what they have to worry about first. The Butcher Shop has a 2-for-1 special going on, so whenever your main tank is hit, your off tank, who should be directly on top of the main tank, is also going to get hit. On top of that, he gives you a hands-on demonstration on how to tenderize those goat tenderloins by giving your tanks a stack of the tenderizer. It hits hard, it increases the damage on the next tenderizer, taunted 2. That's it. Now let's get to the real meat of the fight. Yeah, see what I did? Oh, fuck off! In this fight, you're gonna deal with a lot of cleavage, and I ain't talking about that or that, so let's get right down to it, you dirty minded Murloc. His cleave ability is gonna hit the largest clump of people in melee range and also make them bleed a whole bunch. That one is signified by a stack called Gushing Wounds. If Gushing Wounds gets to 5 stacks, the person dies. They're like, you fuck this group, bro. They can't even keep the stacks on to 5, and then they commit like seppuku or whatever. So the idea is to keep 2 groups at his arms. The challenge is to change the number of people in those cluster groups to ensure that no player reaches 5 stacks of Gushing Wounds. Eventually, he realizes that keeping you all at melee range has been a mistake and decides to throw you all away. He then chooses, and pay the fuck attention because this is important, the largest clump of people at range from him and charges them, applying a stack of Gushing Wounds. To deal with this, you can set a 3rd stack point where the correct group of players has to go when the knockback happens. That group of players should have the least amount of Gushing Wound stacks, or none at all. When he does his little charge, he'll apply Gushing Wounds to the people that are at the stack, then the tank stun him right back to the middle, and he will begin to do his cleave on the group, which did not run away. Makes sense, yeah, it's hard at first. Hold on, stick with me. So all that is fine and dandy, but how the fuck do you tenderize his steak? Go away! It all depends on your group size and how you decide to do it. You know the basics, so let me tell you how we do it and see if it works for you. Actually, I'll draw you a picture too, so there's like no confusion or shit. We make 2 perfectly even groups of people to keep at his arms, usually 7 per arm, and the tanks don't count since they're in front of him the entire fight. We assign these groups a color because kindergarten, and then we set a neutral stack point at range, symbolized by that thing right there. Then each group is assigned a person who is in charge of making sure that their clump is either the largest or the smallest depending on how Gushing Wound stacks are looking. If the group has 3 stacks, then they move to the neutral point so the other group gets hit. You get the idea. Each group should have 1 player in charge of this, and then you can make fun of them when they make you wipe. So anyway, let's look at how the fight should go. When the tanks pull, they take them to their assigned marker. They get one of those too, and basically they stand on top of each other the entire time. Keep them on top of each other. If a tank goes full Miss New Booty and decides to stand a little bit to the side, then the Butcher's gonna think that he's part of that clump, and well, you can see how that ends up. When the ogre reaches 30% health, he remembers what you did to his precious little innocent piggy and goes into a frenzy. He's going to attack faster and do all of his abilities faster. This means that you can no longer do 3 stacks of Gushing Wound and still be effective. So at this point, you should switch to 4 stacks. Use heroism at this stage. Relax, keep the fight going, do it right, and he won't turn you into ground beef, whether you're a Tauren or oh, fuck off! So let's recap. Tanks taunt at 2 stacks of the tenderizer. Groups are split evenly at his arms. Offsetters manage to sizer the groups and keep the Gushing Wounds in check. When he pushes you away, make sure that the group with the least amount of Gushing Wound stacks runs to the stack point and is the largest group. That way they get the charge. Switch to 4 stacks during the frenzy when he enrages and all that shit. Rinse, repeat, win. There you go! Hey everybody, Manny here again. Thanks for watching my silly little video. I do really appreciate everybody that has subscribed, liked, commented, everything. It's been a great ride so far, and I'm hoping to bring you a lot more stuff. So go ahead and keep tuned, share this stuff if you want to make somebody else laugh, you know how it goes. I'm loving making these for you guys, so stick around. See you soon. Later.